See, black people look at the football players and the basketball players and those few people who are making multiple millions of dollars. And they think that's everybody. That's just a handful of people. And a handful of people who are not treated with respect once they get off the field or once they get off the basketball court or once they get off the stage. Take a person like Oprah Winfrey, a billionaire. She goes to a boutique on Madison Avenue in New York or some boutique in Paris, and they won't let her in the door. And I say this is why we have a lot of black entertainers, rap artists, who don't mind calling themselves nigger because they got a whole lot of money. But once they get off the stage and they try to go into the real world off stage, and they're not given any respect. They thought the $1 million, multiple millions of dollars were going to give them equal status. It does not. It's just a black man, victim of racism, to be demeaned in a system of racism, white supremacy. So then they end up calling themselves nigger and saying nigger doesn't mean anything. Yes, it does. I stepped into the real world, off the field. I was just another nigger. And I told people in my institute, it doesn't matter how you spell it, whether it's N-I-G-G-A, whether you spell it Niglet, Nigg, it doesn't matter how you spell it, or how you say it, or the context in which you say it. I say that it is the fourth most important word in the English language in the system of racism, white supremacy. The first three important words are racism, white supremacy. The fourth most important word is nigger. Because in a system of racism, white supremacy, there has to be a nigger. Otherwise, what is white supreme over? And that is the category that black people are in. And if we would face up to the fact of a system of racism, white supremacy, which is no different than facing up to, if you're on a football field, facing the fact this is not a tennis court. This is not a golf course. This is a football field. The game of football has certain rules and certain goal objectives. To win in football, you have to know how to engage in these kind of plays. But you have to understand what exactly and specifically is the game that the field is for, or the basketball court. You don't go on the basketball court and play football. You don't go on the basketball court and play tennis. Likewise, you don't play basketball on a tennis court. What exactly is the game? What exactly is the power dynamic that is at play? And the power dynamic of racism, white supremacy, the system of racism, white supremacy, determines every single thing that takes place in a black person's life.